Hello, my name is Allie, and I'd love to welcome you to our home. We shall travel into the verse from here. Before we enter Pyro, allow me to first introduce you to the crew and a few guests. On your trip inside Pyro, I will be your guide and one of your narrators. Along the way, you will run into different narrators who will provide you with background information on the system. Let us meet the crew. Captain Mae Jemison is a direct descendant of Mae Carol Jemison, an American engineer, physician, and former NASA astronaut, played by Boss Lady. Kaya Zen is the executive officer and physicist. Buster the Destroyer is the tactical and chief security officer. Maiden Ariana is head robotics and drone engineer. Miss Hartz is the cartographer and chief engineer. Citizen Her is the Intelligence and Communications Officer. Michelle Jean is the Science Officer. Authy is the lead pilot of the Nichelle Nichols. Kitty Cupcake is the co-pilot and navigator. Mighty Heidi is Chief Medical Officer, and LeezieBee is the medical technician. Let me also introduce you to our special security mercenaries personnel. Alysianah is a security officer, and Ava is a mercenary from the Overclockers, and we are proud to have them. The Beth A. Brown Club is a group of highly regarded leaders in the verse that focuses on X-ray observations of elliptical galaxies and black holes. Also on board are a team of champion cyborg fighters led by their famous trainer Smashley. We're anticipating a meeting with Verity, the captain of the Guy Buford Bengal.
Hey, this is Grim from Starjump, and I'd like to wish the crew a wonderful journey into Pyro.
Hello, this is the Noobifier. I'd like to wish the crew a safe journey into Pyro.
This is Hasgaha, one of the award-winning photographers out in the verse, and I would just like to say, be safe out there in Pyro.
Yeah, this is your Stanton radio station, and we wish the crew a safe voyage into Pyro. And this is your DJ, FastCart.
Hey, I'm gonna play an oldie by Fifth Harmony, remixed by New Soul.
You're listening to DJ FastCart. Who's swiping the credit card to pay for this fuel? Buster, go shake down one of those passengers for some UEC.
Time to bust some heads. Just kidding. Authy, let's rock.
You know I'm not the best pilot.
Authy, you've got this. Show them what you're working with.
Danger! Show them what you're working with.
Oh, okay. I see you, Buster. Authy, girl, you still got this. Shift this baby into low, then push her into high gear, and we can get the heck up out of here.
Greetings, Captain Jameson. I'm Captain Verity of the Guy Buford. We'd like to extend an invitation to you and all your guests aboard the Nichelle Nichols and its celebratory party. FastCartFC Legend is the special guest DJ, and the Soul Dancers will also be performing. Also, we have special guests Sandy Roberts, Katrina Twitch Nair, Jared Disco Lando Huckabee, and Bender. We'll catch up with you in Pyro after your expedition. Enjoy the trip and safe travels.
Thank you, Captain Verity. We would love to get some R&R after this trip to Pyro.
Everyone? We've just been invited to a celebration on the Guy Buford after this trip into Pyro. I cannot wait. I need to party after this.
I'm not sure I can do this.
That's right, Authy. Don't kill us because I want to shake my groove thing later.
I want to see everybody shake their groove thing.
Shake it groove thing, shake it groove thing, yeah. Show 'em how they do it now.
How about everyone take a chill pill?
What's a chill pill?
It's an old 20th century saying to chillax. Relax, be calm.
Hold the ship here. All cleared and ready to send nav data to the jump computer.
The jump data is in the nav computer and ready for you, Authy.
I'm not sure I can do this. Going in. This should be fun.
Station's open to us now. Our eagerness to...
Hi, I'm Chris Roberts. And I'm reading up Star Citizen.
Must fully share. Far and beyond the increases I earlier requested for space activity, to provide the funds which are needed to meet the following national goals. First, I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
In 2469, the watch officer of the Roustabout, an Earth-flagged tanker moving through the Kano system, noted a gravitic anomaly 30,000 kilometers off the transport's port bow. A detailed report was sent to the ship's corporate owners, Pyrotechnic Amalgamated, but no action was taken. Years later, when Pyrotechnic was seeking new mining territories, they began reviewing old scan records when it noted the original report from the roustabout. They dispatched an explorer to the region and formally discovered Pyro. The Pyro system is desolate, harsh, and hard for life to succeed. The star is hostile, sending out waves and waves of solar radiation, making settlement and exploitation of the system nearly impossible by normal means. Despite the warning from their explorer, Pyrotechnic Amalgamated went ahead to try and conquer this violet star, an action that would prove to be their death knell, and the bones of this company are now the homes of many a ne'er-do-well, like parasites surviving on a rotting corpse. As a result, it's the home of pirates, outlaws, rebels, and those who wish to remain outside of the UEE protection. It's also the home to the pirate outpost of Ruin Station, said to be the thing that killed Pyrotechnic Amalgamated. 6 harsh planets remain, only a few of which are capable of supporting life. Every planet in the system is at some level of decay. Any improperly shielded spacecraft will sustain residual damage from Pyro's star. Between the harsh environments, the hostile gangs, and its remote distance, Pyro truly remains at the edge of humanity's empire, and harkens back to the old saying, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here."
The Pyro system is a desolate, lifeless star system crippled by a prolonged nova phase. It is the home of pirate outpost Ruin Station. The system was first visited in 2493, 24 years after the first travelers suspected something was there. Pyro's sun went into a prolonged nova phase long before mankind reached for the stars, and little is known of the original makeup of the system. 6 burned-out planets remain. Every planet in the system is at some level of decay. Any improperly shielded spacecraft will sustain residual damage from Pyro's star while making transit through the system.
We're through, Captain. We made it.
Set course to Pyro 1 and jump.
I need a Radagast Whiskey 2947 Homeward limited edition after that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could go for a berry blend smoothie right now.
Your drink, madam.
Kai is so nervous.
Yes, he is.
Hey, Kai. If I drop some dilithium crystals in the toilet, can you get them for us?
Oh, fuck.
No, like hell I will. You got lots of jokes, Miss Haas.
All engines are a go.
Jumping now.
Maybe taking this gig was a mistake. But I need the creds. Another happy hour's just around the corner.
Captain, we are being repeatedly bombarded by solar flares.
All systems are in the green but dropping. Recommend moving to a safe position, Captain.
Pyro 1 is a desolate, scorched world that's slowly discorporating into the system star. Most have concluded there is little interest to Pyro 1, and for good reason. The difficult space around the planet requires the highest quality shields to navigate safely, and no significant mineral deposits have been identified to make landing worthwhile.
Michel G, where's your update on the planet?
The planet is covered in blue copper sulfite crystals. The rocks have numerous large fulcrum formations to them, and there's also plant life on the surface. I recommend sending drones for first contact.
Maiden Ariana, send science drone to the surface for examination and data.
Drone has been sent. Reading at 5 by 5.
Receiving all data from the drone for further analysis. Regain drone when ready, Maiden.
Checking now, Ariana.
The drone's back. Locked in position. All data uploading to computer now.
Plot a course through a Kiro cluster, and then jump to Pyro 2.
Navigating now through the Ikiro cluster.
Between Pyro 1 and Pyro 2, we have the Akiro cluster, also known as Pyro Cluster Alpha. While some rare minerals can be found here, like Pyro 1, this asteroid formation is charred, barren, and considered mostly worthless.
That was intense. Navigation of the Akira cluster complete, and now jumping to Pyro 2.
Security alert, security alert.
No fighting, we are guests on the ship.
Oh, fuck. Security alert, security alert. Security to the rec room ASAP, please.
Security to the recreation room.
What's happening in here? Are they your fighters?
Yes, they are my team of fighters. We are going into Pyro for a tournament.
I'm the best of the best, and I'll kick your ass too if you like.
I find it offensive that you still want to fight despite this. I'll leave you to Ava.
Fight her if you like. As you can see, she is finely skilled.
Don't make me knock you out.
Set orbital path, kitty.
It is ready and given to Authy.
Michelle Jean explained why some cold pyros was the fossilized planet.
Pyro 2 has pale, dry biomes of calcified trees, also known as petrified. You could say that they're terrified stiff.
Pyro 2 is a coreless planet that will, in time, fall into its star. During the system's initial discovery, Pyro 2 was a major focus. The planet held seemingly significant deposits of cadmium, titanium, and gravity-forged gemstones. A minor metal rush saw human trade ships quickly deplete these deposits. Within 5 years, for all practical purposes, the world had become an empty husk.
Miss Hearts, have you mapped for the red deserts yet?
Almost done. All cartography done.
Jumping to Pyro 3.
Her jaw appears to have sustained significant damage, but that may be negligible to what is going on in her subconscious. I'll do a level 2 diagnostic scan of her logical cortex.
Why are you checking her cortex?
Because there is a neural pathway from the jaw to the temple. You may know it as having your bell rung by a subconcussive blow. It is like a shockwave to the head, disrupting functions. The cortex is responsible for the higher level processes of the brain, including language, memory, and reasoning.
She thought by being a full cyborg, it would keep her from injuries like this. She thought all that would happen is just to replace parts and keep fighting. I hope she will be able to fight.
She still inherited old system memories after death. Going full cyborg doesn't exclude her from her memory of her lineage. She doesn't have a true nerve pathway, but when Ava hit her memory logic took over, and these are the results of her past. Recalling is just as damaging to our system function. She should have been informed about that along the way of death of a spaceman. There is no way to reboot memories due to trauma.
Pyro 3, dead ahead. Miss Jameson?
Pyro 3 is the only planet believed to have once existed in the green band prenova. This is where tiny algae-like fossils have been discovered. For this reason, it was the initial focus of non-profit research efforts during Pyro's initial exploration. The planet is known for its thick yellow moss and green foliage, also having biomes with some scattered yellow foliage. Making life more difficult for researchers, and with little left to discover, the scientific community quickly grew tired of Pyro 3 and the system in general. Pyro 3 was technically listed as a potential terraforming candidate by the UEE.
Ooh, do I get a lightsaber now?
No, don't give Cloud Imperium any extra ideas on a lightsaber.
Reddit would go wild.
Yeah, probably. Back to Pyro 3, the scan is showing above and underground facilities, Captain. Scientists speculated that this terrestrial planet survived a collision with pieces of Pyro 4 out of its orbit. Her population is considered to be a 2, her economy a 3, and her danger level is a 4.
Perhaps the most needed exploration on Pyro 3 will be underground.
Pyro 4 is a rocky protoplanet that resembles Mercury. The planet is a natural satellite since it revolves around the gas giant Pyro 5. The planet is steadily being drawn into the gas giant because of its unstable orbit.
Sending drone to the surface.
Reminds me of Seoul and the Scottish Highlands. Not a lot of trees on her May, but she does have interesting arcing stone formations.
Set course for Pyro 5.
Jumping to Pyro 5, Captain.
Having 6 moons, Ignis being the innermost moon, with deep canyons and dried riverbeds. No signs of water though, the surface is desiccated. Vatra has a high-pressure nitrogen-methane atmosphere, and she also hides lakes of hydrocarbons. With spiky rock formations, Pyro suffers from frequent earthquakes causing spectacular waves in its lava oceans. Adir has a 700-kilometer-long, shiny obsidian scar-like formation on its southern hemisphere that can be seen from space. Fugo has high amounts of iron sulfide in its soil, turning it livid shades of yellow-black. Vir is rich in carbon and nothing else.
Pyro 5 is a massive yellow and green gas giant that's slowly pulling Pyro 4 into its orbit. The poor hydrogen mix in its upper atmosphere make it a less than ideal refueling spot.
I was aware of your proficiency with a firearm, but I now see there is more to you.
All gunners in position and ready to jump to Pyro 6 in Ruin Station.
Jumping now.
Ready to pew pew pew.
She has more part impairments, and we will do all that we can to stabilize them and get them both to a Tier 1 infirmary.
Nanite scan is ready. I calibrated the scan for neurological and physical defects and imperfections at a nuclear level. Any other settings, Dr. Mighty?
Set it to perform bioptic DNA replication and ATP synthesis tasks at cybernetics and glucose levels. I want to see both energy fields. A lot of people don't think about metabolisms being linked to automation.
All set and ready and starting the scan now. People don't listen most of the time, Doctor. I will apply.
Citizen Her, a ship has shown up on the radar.
Yeah, and she's a big one, Captain.
Pyro 6 is a protoplanet that suffers little damage from Pyro's distant star. It is the outermost planet in the Pyro system. This subdwarf would be unremarkable if it were not the home of Ruin Station, populated by Pyro's only permanent inhabitants. The planet's surface has craters that are filled in by blue oceans. Due to the thinness of the atmosphere, the sun's light has a profound effect. There used to be an activity called the Search for Vidiga among the inhabitants of Ruin Station.
Though Ruin Station's lineage was originally unclear and is today often referred to as being secretive or unlawful, it is now known that it began as a Gold Horizon terraforming base, but was abandoned when it became clear that there was no reasonable terraformation to be had in Pyro.
Ruin Station is an outlaw station populated by Pyro's only permanent inhabitants, and as housing for terraforming workers and engineers researching the possibility of terraforming Pyro 3, it was only in use by the company for a short time before the planet was sold to Pyrotechnic Amalgamated. Even though Gold Horizon was selling the station for a cut rate, they failed to find a buyer and it was abandoned along with any hopes of earning a profit from the desolate system.
Once the system was generally vacated by corporate research and mining interests, the dilapidated station quickly fell into use as a meeting place for squatters, runaways, and black market dealing. It was around this time that it earned its moniker Ruin Station. As many who traversed its crumbling halls did so with the risk of the station collapsing around them. Yet, despite the dangers, the hideaway's popularity only grew. It was only a matter of time until it followed the same path as Spider, with outlaws gradually adding to the station's infrastructure and developing a unique subculture. However, where Spider's culture centers around honor among thieves, Pyro is based more around whoever has the most guns wins.
Make no mistake, Ruin Station is not suitable for tourism, regular trade, or even experienced bounty hunters seeking the thrill of combat. The outlaws that do crew the station are notorious for their use of violence. Recently released advocacy reports list Xenothreat as the current pack in control of the station, but this may change at a moment's notice.
There are a few other known gangs within the station who have substantial presence, such as the Overlords, Darkside Rovers, and Fire Rats. A highlight of Ruin Station's dimly lit halls is Corner 4, a sequence of former research labs converted into drug factories and no questions asked medical treatment facilities. Neutrality, the station's requisite dive bar, is the only arguably safe place on the station. Armored toughs called the Cousins keep the peace here, at least in so much as they are needed to protect the bar's staff and facilities.
I never had no problems, yeah. Burning down the one-night stands. Then everything around me, yeah. Got to stop to feeling so low. And I decided quickly, yes I did, to just go down and check out the show. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die. Till you die? Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
We don't have to go home, but we gotta get the hell out of here.
Turn it up, come on. I can't fit inside that box that you put me in. I've outgrown it, don't feel good against my skin. I think I'm in love with the lyrics all over again. They fit like a fresh fit off the rack, we so fierce. Honey, take what it is you may need from me, but let me keep my right to do it my way and live it how I like. Can I reserve my eyes to see it how I might? Try that, now give it back, 'cause this is the T for me. Go on and just let us be free. You try that, now give it back, 'cause this is the T for me. Go on and just let us be free.
The crew departed Pyro and is returning home. However, the extent of your discoveries will depend on you and your crew. Everything is up to you.